Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of this discussion is government of, by, and for the people. This is going to be sort of a chastisement and a redirect for people's thinking who all get out there and beat their breast about government of, by, and for the people. The fact of the matter is, going out and lodging a vote every 2 years or 4 years or whatever doesn't necessarily constitute government of, by, and for the people. It constitutes going out there and placing a vote for pre-selected candidates to go out there and be your authority figures. After you vote, then you go home and you bitch and bellyache and squeal and squawk about how these people that you elected don't represent your interests. This perfectly proves the fact that there is no government of, by, and for the people. You people are running a scam on yourselves. You're not taking responsibility for it. All politics is local politics, folks. And if you want to change the political system and make sure that your interests are taken care of and your tax dollars are going to where they're supposed to and not being packed offshore to foreign aid to pay foreign governments who have no interest in your lifestyle, your livelihood, keeping your streets not filled with potholes, your infrastructure, and all these other things taken care of, you're going to have to take control of the government yourselves. You're going to have a genuine government of, by, and for the people. Which means rather than being a lazy shit, people are going to have to get together. And they're going to have to create self-governing on the local level. If there's national interest, that's fine. But there's no point in you electing people claiming that you're a government of, by, and for the people when you're putting authoritarians in place to ignore you as soon as you put them into office. We're at a great transition point for humanity at this point in time. Everybody should have learned by now authoritarian systems of any kind don't work. We had authoritarian systems with the Vatican ruling the kings and the kings competing with the Vatican. And all of your history is nothing but a concatenation of what the royals or the important people do. And you're not even a footnote in the history books. Try finding some history about the common people and you're not going to find very much, ladies and gentlemen, because you don't count. So all this nonsense about, oh, we have a government of, by, and for the people is totally bullshit. And you deceive yourselves with it and you buy it. And you forget about it, and all you do is sit in your armchairs and bellyache about how the politicians are screwing you, yet you put them there to screw you. You're not governing yourselves. You don't know a goddamn thing about self-rule. You don't know how to manage civic responsibilities. Hell, you can't even run the PTA right without arguing amongst yourselves. So you've got leftist-controlled school unions. You have corporations who don't vote that have the lobbying ear of your representatives in the state, and they should not be able to lobby. Everybody has one vote. They're there to serve you, but you don't do it. So non-existing entities called corporations, which the Supreme Court ruled was a person in an 1871 lawsuit, have more power than you do. And so you don't take control of your local political processes. You sit back and you let people like George Soros and Marxist left-wingers buy your judges and buy your attorney generals and buy your elected representatives. And then you want to sit there and tell me about how you have government of, by, and for the people while you're just a bunch of lazy assholes that sit back and gripe about it? If you want to have a government of, by, and for the people, folks, we're going to have to swap the authoritarian system and turn it upside down. People are going to have to get in there and serve on city councils and boards of directors and things of this nature. And you're going to have to take responsibility for self-rule. Because as long as you're relinquishing that responsibility to easily corruptible and bought-off officials, you don't have a government of, by, and for the people. It's a myth. The only thing you got is the Bill of Rights. That Bill of Rights is where the strength is, and the whole world needs a Bill of Rights to keep governments at bay. But the fact of the matter is, what's going on? Well, let's get back to the way it used to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the way it used to be was tyranny. Whether it's Catholic tyranny or Muslim tyranny or tyranny of the royals or tyranny of the bureaucrats, it's all tyranny. And you go back to the way it used to be, you're just trading today's tyranny for an old tyranny that didn't work. When are you people going to realize that authoritarianism is the problem, not the solution? So if you want government of, by, and for the people, you better, by God, educate yourself and start thinking about what you're going to do and what self-rule and government of, by, and for the people really means. It means you're going to have to get off your ass and actually start to have public discussions, because you don't have them. All you want to do is sit back and bitch and bellyache and not change a goddamn thing. Oh, we'll go back to the old ways. You do some history study on the old ways, you're going to find out they weren't that good. There's nothing to return to because it was all tyranny. You want to stop the tyranny, stop being a tyrant. For those of you doing the work, stay the course. Don't give up on yourselves.
We need to restructure this whole system. They can't be allowed to keep doing this. Someone out there must say enough's enough. Against the will of Parliament. That's the piece of the jigsaw that everybody is missing because it has been removed from their education.
Welcome to the revolution. The people taking a stand.
People have had enough. They have just denied you the knowledge to understand that you actually have a constitution, and the constitution is the solution. These people, these elites from Oxford, most of the cabinet's made up of these elites from Oxford. I just think they're ruling us. And at some stage we all need to stand up and say, no, that ain't going on.
Speak up now for life and liberty. Where did we go wrong? We are fooled by a great conspiracy.
face what's going on now.